It's no joke. We live in the United States of Israel. In this country, you can criticize our government or America, no problem. But the minute you criticize Israel, you are labeled an anti-Semite, a terrorist, a radical Islamist. They try to get you fired from your job, blacklist you from having a career at all. They might even file hate crime indictments against you. Oh, and if you want to protest Israel on a college campus, now they're talking about deporting you, revoking your visas. The Trump administration just froze the visa program for international students because they want to screen all current ones to see whether or not they've expressed anti-Israel sentiments, which they label as anti-Semitism and grounds to deport them out of this country, which they've been doing. They've revoked visas of hundreds of international students who have been vocal, critical of the ongoing genocide that Israel is carrying out in partnership with our government here in America. What's happened to this country is horrific. It's very sad. We have so many laws, hundreds, if not thousands of laws in this country protecting the state of Israel from being criticized for what they are doing. If you want to boycott Israel, you can't work for many of our state governments, let alone the federal government. You can't have contracts with the federal government or state governments. Oh, and don't you dare try changing the system by running as an elected official in Congress. The pro-Israel lobby will swoop in and oust you out of that primary as fast as you can say genocide. Our news outlets, our media figures are not helping at all. In fact, they're part of the problem. Manufacturing consent for war crimes, covering up the genocide, trying to make sure you don't question what Israel is doing. Name one other country in the world where it is illegal to criticize a foreign government and not their own government. If you said Germany, that might be one of the only right answers. In Germany, you can't criticize the state of Israel either. This is an embarrassment. This is an embarrassment. We have a foreign lobby that has installed hundreds, a supermajority of Zionists into our Congress. They don't reflect the attitudes of their constituents or the American people. They've been installed to help carry out this genocide, to maintain support for the apartheid state of Israel in this country. Of course, this is all to blame on the way our campaign finance works in this country, where lobbyists can pour unlimited amounts of money into candidates and give them massive pools of dark money that the public has no idea about. So they're beholden to these corporate interests, these interests of foreign governments like Israel, and not your interests because you're not giving them as much money. It has been over a decade already since it was proven that the interests of the American people have no effect on the likelihood of our government passing a policy. No matter how popular a certain policy is, no matter how unpopular it is, there is no effect on whether or not they will pass it into law. Do you know what does have an effect? Special interest groups and corporate interests. Zionists have taken advantage of this structure. AIPAC, the pro-Israel lobby, have taken advantage more than anything I have ever seen or investigated in my whole life. They have captured our whole entire government, and there's nothing we can do about it. They're all in there. They're not gonna censor each other or remove each other from power. They're in there for years. And the pro-Israel lobby has also contributed to the Democrat Party's decline, their implosion. The reason that the Democrats' approval ratings are so low is because the people in power, the leaders who have been propped up by corporate interests and the pro-Israel lobby, they don't reflect us. They don't reflect their supposed constituents, the Dem voters in this country. They care about who's paying them, not you. They won't ever do anything to help you. The only good thing about it is that as of recently, Americans have started to gain consciousness about some topics in this discussion. For example, most Americans think that the label of anti-Semite is often used to discredit critics of Israel. They're also becoming a lot more aware about AIPAC. They don't want to vote for candidates who are taking AIPAC money. It's blood money. So if you didn't know anything about this, then it's my job to say welcome to the United States of Israel. Please watch my other content. I have a ton of stuff up about this. Support my page by going to my bio. There's a bunch of links. You can find me on other socials, so you make sure you don't lose me in case I get removed. Thank you, and free Palestine.